Today, I just want to recall something that happened very recently in my life. I came across this word called adversity. And I initially didn't know the meaning of this word. So what do when we don't know the meaning of a word? We either, refer a dictionary or Google it, right? That is what I did too. As a matter of fact, the dictionary defines this word as a difficult and unpleasant situation. I scrolled up to see the synonyms: trouble, suffering, sorrow. This word kind of seems to have a negative meaning, no? This incident kept on popping in my mind for a few days, and I realized that I had to look at this word a little differently. Because in our life, unpleasant situations do occur, right? We've all been in such situations. And over time, I did change my view upon this word. So now, when someone asks me what adversity means to you, I say it is a temporary reality. A temporary reality that can bring you the opportunity to experience something new. Let me take an example. Poverty. Poverty is adversity, right? With the lack of basic physical, social, and emotional needs, people who live in poverty have a really, they have untold stories of constant pain. But these people are persistently determined to get through that pain and use their difficulty as an opportunity. I'm going to tell you all one such story. So back in 1920s, 21, let's rewind. A small boy was born into a Dalit family, in a place called Ulavur in Kerala. So as you know, this young boy was a victim of his own caste since a young age. And as he grew up, he realized one thing, that it was not just himself, but the members of his community were being isolated from the society. So, fortunately, he was lucky enough to receive education. He went to a nearby government school in Ulavur, and he had a friend named Babu. This Babu, he was from an affluent family. He was rich. And this young boy, he wanted to see where he lived. He wanted to look at the big house where Babu lived. Babu agreed. And on his visit to Babu's house, the young fellow noticed his pet dog and the delicious food that it received. The poor guy had never seen such good food before. And you know what he thought right under that moment? He wanted to become a dog at his friend's house. That was his ambition. The same boy who lived in such reduced circumstances, and the same boy who wanted to become a dog at his friend's house, grew up to study political science in the London School of Economics. He became the Vice Chancellor of the Jawaharlal Nehru University in India, became a member of the IFS, Indian Foreign Service, and became an ambassador to countries like China, Thailand, UK, so many more. And eventually became the President of India. And yes, I'm talking about an inspirational story from the life of our former President, Mr. K.R. Narayanan. A classic example of how an adversity was turned into an opportunity and how he used this opportunity to work hard and reach heights that are inconceivable. Good morning to everyone present here. My topic for today is adversity to opportunities. When we are able to identify the difficulty and danger involved in a problem very quickly, Are we recognizing the opportunities that it creates? Or do we think about how to use a problem to our advantage? Certainly not, right? Like American polymath Benjamin Franklin once said, out of adversity comes opportunity. But how can adversity and opportunity come together? Or you can ask me, Shreeya, how can something unpleasant and difficult create an opportunity? To answer this, let us take the example of the massive COVID-19 pandemic. This has brought sweeping changes in all our lives, to our health, and to our nation as a whole. Many sectors in India were hard hit by the pandemic, and unemployment rate was at its highest, indicating a bloodbath in the wake of this coronavirus pandemic and the lockdown. Okay, so we have an adversity lying ahead. The immediate question we have, what opportunities did COVID-19 create? Or what possible opportunities could have been created in the middle of this danger? If I have to answer this, trust me, the answer is going to surprise you. You see, even in the middle of such a massive social and economic problem, we all got an opportunity to learn about social distancing, personal hygiene, and that how these can be incredibly useful within a large community. Don't you agree with me? Also, the consequences of COVID-19 have recovered our environment to a great extent. I've seen many articles reporting recently that according to statistics, air quality in many cities of India has increased and water pollution levels have decreased. Isn't that something that needs to be acknowledged? Not just this, there were other opportunities that were created too. Business. Businesses got an opportunity to reinvent themselves. Some of them now sell face masks and manufacture hand sanitizers. And another example that I can take, education. How did I miss that? Even in the middle of this economic catastrophe, there has been a massive transformation in education, right? Like a caterpillar that turns into a beautiful butterfly, this world is transforming into something vivid through digitalization. Offering online education through digital classrooms has made learning possible anywhere and at any time. Do you think such changes would take place that easily before the pandemic? Not really. Okay, enough with statistics and data. We've gone through a lot of information. I would like to cite an example from my own life now. So, coming back to COVID again, as you know, this COVID has restricted movement of all of us, putting us in a confined space. I was one of them. You are one of them too. But this critical period gave me a wonderful opportunity. Volunteering online. Back in 2020, when I was in the 9th grade, my friends, along with myself, we did a small thing. We were part of the Kindness Pandemic Challenge. I hope you're aware. We sent messages to doctors, nurses, and all other caretakers who were working in government hospitals, thanking them for keeping us safe. Also, we contacted doctors to create awareness about the intensifying COVID outbreaks and what precautions we all must follow to keep ourselves safe. Later, in the middle of the year, we started contacting NGOs. We signed up to teach spoken English to NGO staff, and we sent audio stories that were to be shared with NGOs who work with children. Something that we could do from home, right? I believe that adversity gives you an opportunity to discover who you truly are and helps you do things that you thought you could not do before. In my case, the opportunities that I, along with my friends, picked up during the lockdown gave us a chance to invest in ourselves, learn something new, and at the same time, serve others. Extend kindness to people who are going through the same crisis just like us. So now tell me, isn't it fascinating how an adversity is coupled up with opportunities? That is why I say it is important to turn your adversities to opportunities. Then we have a question. How do I do that exactly? Is there a secret or a mantra behind this? No. The answer is simple. The answer lies in how well you turn your problems into opportunities. Accept the problem that you are in and stop contemplating on the negative face of it. Don't think negative. Identify the cause of the problem and use opportunities that are best suited to you in the right way and at the right time. So, ladies and gentlemen, like I said before, an adversity involves difficulty and danger. It involves strife. But are we going to call this an unpleasant and hopeless situation, even though we believe that we can get through this? No. An adversity can never be a hopeless situation. And trust me, it is never permanent too. I believe that an adversity reforms you. It not only gives you an opportunity to experience something new, but also the resilience to fight a difficult situation. And I believe that this resilience produces great people with great deeds of courage. Now it's your turn to be one of them. Take control of your adversities and turn them into wonderful opportunities.